What up? Here's a follow-up to my last video on imposter syndrome. I had some great conversations. In fact, the best part of this whole journey is straight up having incredible conversations, whether it's online, whether it's over video call, phone call. It's just it's a great thing. That actually that touches my soul. That's exactly what I'm doing. That's what I'm here for. So, one thing got pointed out to me from a good friend. She said, I said, well, why me? What makes me so special? And I'm not special, right? But what makes me valid to go ahead and talk? And her response was, why not you? So, well, you're right. Why not me? So, for the people that are on my Facebook or social medias and stuff like that, that have been around or known me for years, then you already know some of these stories. I'm not going to go too deep into it. I'm just going to lightly touch over it with a brush. Okay, so at 14, I stabbed a man. I got put in prison. Throughout that time, I went back and forth through the gladiator arena, and that's how I was forged, in a hyper-masculine environment. Violence is just second nature. I pray that I don't ever need to be put into a situation where I need to be violent again. But like the video I just posted, Mr. ESQ's video talking about we as Canadians. I mean, if someone pops off in my house, it's on. If someone threatens my friends or my family and puts them in danger, it's on. Plain and simple. But I'm not looking to stay in this negative realm. I don't need to draw on that when it's necessary. After that, after the prison and all of that environment, I found myself in an MMA gym where I met some of the most incredible people who not only took me in, welcomed me, regardless of my past. In fact, they made me a better man. Any of you guys watching this, you already know who you are. I don't need to show you out. From there, I started learning a lot about myself and my skills and my abilities. My ability to have conversation, my ability to look at things from two different perspectives, my ability to read and then regurgitate that information and share it with other people. Decent skills, soft skills, hard skills. Then I became a tradesman, got a couple of trades. Then I moved into the quality world. Now I sit behind a desk and I read code books. Kind of a nerd. Any problem I've ever faced in my life, I just go to chapters. We'll get into that at another point in time. But I dive deep, man. I like to dive deep into anything that's affecting my life or anything that I find interesting. I've touched on so many different topics. And I actually believe that a lot of people don't read anymore, and that has to do with social media and all sorts of different things like that. But it's actually been proven, and I mean, just to not verbatim, but go over that, like when you're reading a Facebook article or something on social media, it's been proven that our brains are being rewired. We're like reading the first couple sentences, and then we go through it and we're like, oh, okay, I already understand this. And then you skip down a couple paragraphs, missing the bulk of it. There's a lot that can be said for reading left to right, left to right, left to right. And then actually, like, I'm sure anybody who's actually read a book before, you go through it and you can like read 2 pages and your mind's wandering and you're like, I don't even know what I just read. So you have to reread it, right? So that's getting worse the more that we're on social media. So skipping past that, then I built a network marketing company to a decent level of success, not to the top levels, but a decent amount. And then I met some cool people, and then I actually got to do some private security for some of the corporate execs, and I got exposed to some highly successful people. And a lot of those traits have then just been impressed onto me as well. So I've continued to go down that journey, and now I'm not going to get too deep into finances, but I've actually seen some pretty decent financial success, and I continue to pursue that route as well, right? So then now I'm fully solidified in my career, once time divorced, and that's where we are in this journey, right? So what makes me qualified? Well, again, I'll bounce that back. Why not? What makes me not qualified? So I've turned my mess into my message. I and I always feel like this is like a job interview or something, but I mean, here's the thing. If you're not interested in my message, on to the next one. That's on you. It doesn't affect me either way. I don't even notice. So, but there is something here, and actually, I'm gonna give a shout out to a little homie. He knows who he is because I know he follows my YouTube. We had a little conversation at work the other day, and since we're talking about something like mental health, men's mental health, there may be a lot of people that in that moment they're not looking to like your post. It's the silent likers that I'm looking for. Those are the ones that I'm looking for, the ones that are not in a mental mind state to be able to like somebody's post or to be able to resonate or put themselves out there, right? I'm putting myself out there, giving the B tracks, I'll give you the A tracks, I'll give you all of it. Like I'm just, that's who I am as a human being. If you know me in real life, I'm just authentic. I just put my shit out there. I don't really give a shit, right? So all of that being said, even if this isn't for you, you may or may not know or have a man or a woman for that matter who this message could reach. So that is where I will ask to go ahead and like and share it, because you don't know. This message has already found its way to a few different people who have reached out to me, and we've ended up engaging in some incredible conversations. I don't know if that's helping. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I don't know. That's not for me to judge. So we live, we die. What do we do in between? Well, we have experiences, so why don't we share them, right? And through other people's experience, I'm hard-headed, so I just go ahead and make my own mistakes, and then I'm forced to live with them, right? So it is what it is. But all I'm saying is that I'm qualified, so are you. So don't be afraid to share your message, whatever your message may be. That's what we're here for. We live, we experience, we share our message, then we die. It's a natural progression. It's not linear. We're all afraid of death. Why? Actually, why? Why are you afraid of death? It's coming for all of us. All right. That's all I got. Welcome to my new home. I'm in the process of purchasing it. This is my little gym. You'll see more as the time goes on. Peace. Have a great day.